I am here to talk about, shh, here, shh, there. I'm here to talk about all these wing things that have been a topic of discussion lately since these babies are growing up and stuff. This is one of my youngest. She's one of my smallest also. And I just noticed yesterday, the day before, where it looked like I needed to investigate her wings to see if they're actually flipping or not. Or the ends are twisting out. Twisted wingtip. You're okay. Sebastopols really aren't known for angel wing, but that's not to say that it can't happen. So what I'm looking at with this girl is I am looking at her wings, and what really hopped it off to me is if my assistant would be willing to stand up here and look. When I look down at her, especially her right side is way worse. And what really made me think about it was how I could see, ow, that pinched, how I could see that it was the underside of the wing. So just from looking down at her and from her backside, I could see the underside of her wing. I've got a couple others out here that look as if they're twisting, but they're not. It's just these long, stiff flight feathers or blood feathers that are really heavy. No pinching. I know. But this girl is about 2 months old. I want to say about 2 months old, and she's being a pistol, so this is going to be really fun. So I've been telling people to feel the joints, and there, hide. No? Okay. So upon visual inspection, these stiff flight feathers can stick up. They can stick way up here into Timbuktu and make it look like they have horns actually coming out of the back of their backs. So what I want to do, and what I'm trying to help to reinforce with everybody, is to feel the birds. Just don't go by looks. The birds are actually built, they have the same bones. They have a radius, they have an ulnar, they have the phalanges, the humerus. They have all that. This is going to be fun, isn't it? You're going to make this real challenging, aren't you? It's actually easier to do it with 2 people. But I've been able to get it to where I can do it by myself. So anyways, I'm going to start up here where the wing comes into the body, and I'm going to feel down. If they were going to have angel wing, they'd be flipping out somewhere in this vicinity here. But since with Sebastopols, they're more prone to twisted wingtips, it's actually this very, very bottom joint of the wing that twists out right here. And yes, I know. This bottom joint right here, which I will post. Hey. And I'm waiting for the warmth to go down my stomach here. But I will actually post a picture of the skeleton of the wings so that you can see what it is compared to a human arm, which it's basically comparable to the wrist. I know. So right in here. And what I feel is that joint is really floppy, which they are. They've got to build that muscle up. And I think I swallowed a bug, sorry. And if you can look here, you can actually see right in here where it's actually kind of twisting outwards. And this is that joint right there. So, we're going to go ahead and wrap her. Hold your horses. Her other side is starting to do it too. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap both sides. It's going to be a little bit more challenging because I find that it's harder to do it if they don't have the longer feathering yet. But in the same token, I want to catch it before it gets too bad. So since I'm doing this by myself, I've already got tape, and I use paper tape, paper medical tape, vet wrap. I've actually had an instant where somebody tried to assist the one that I wrapped and peel it off for them, and it actually like cut off the circulation to the wing and stuff. And I mean, bird ended up okay and stuff like that, but it was like that for overnight. I don't even know how long. Also, maybe the white of the tape makes it blend in and it doesn't bother them and catch their eye and stuff like that. So, but I've switched over to using paper tape because it actually sticks and you don't have to rewrap 10 billion times. So, to wrap the wing, hopefully she'll cooperate. Yeah, I know. Hold on, and then you can get some lettuce, okay? Can you sit back down for me, please? Huh? I know, like, you really understand what I'm talking about, right? No. Am I going to have to move to the ground? Huh? Okay. So, anyways, I'm going to try to keep her tucked and keep her, you know, contained as best as I can. But the way that I start out by doing it is I kind of separate off that bottom joint. Now, since that's the weak one, the medical side of me says that because it's the weak joint, we're going to support that joint just as if we would if it was a person. Yeah, no. So, I'm going to go ahead and start by wrapping the joint itself. And yes, unfortunately, using the paper tape, you are going to lose some feathers when you do take them off, but they're young, they'll grow back, they'll molt. Hey, settle yourself, please. Please, settle yourself. And it is challenging to do by yourself. And I'm going to have to move to the ground, because this is how I normally do it. Okay. So. Nope. Oh my goodness. Hey. Just relax. Trying not to stress her out too much because it is still kind of warm out and stuff. But she's not cooperating. And she's so small. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue. I have wrapped the wing, and actually that feather's broke, so it'll end up coming off. I'm not going to pull it, but I'm going to put it in a natural position. I've wrapped that bottom joint. Now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap again. One more time around. And I'm going to try to separate off as best as I can. Well, with her being so small, I got to do it a little bit differently. But I'm going to come up here. There is no real pattern to doing this. The biggest thing is just trying to get that wing back into as much of a natural position and tucked up underneath as it should be. So, back under here, honey. Come here. Relax yourself. So now I have the wing, and I have it separated off on the back the best that I possibly can here. It's really hard to tell. Yeah. And I don't know if I have enough tape here. But I usually start from the back, and then I'll come around to the front just to secure it a little bit more. You know, everybody has their own methods to doing this. I am a little out of practice because since I've changed my feed regimen, I've only had to do this like 2-3 times in the last couple years. But my older video, somebody else had done it, and it wasn't getting shared properly to where everybody can see it. Now I'm just gonna go a little bit extra here since her wing is so small to try to get that to hold up where it should be. Try to separate these feathers out the best I can so that when she stretches, it's not stopping her from stretching. And try to get another piece of tape. Now this is going to be my final wrap. I'm going to start here again because her wing is so small, and I'm not actually pulling on the tape itself. See how I have my finger and it's attached, the tape is on my finger first to ensure that it's not getting too tight. And I'm just gonna kind of wrap her up one more time here. Now I always end at the bottom or the underneath, so that if it does start to peel up, hopefully nobody will grab a hold of it and try to peel it off. So there we go. We have the twisted part up underneath where it originally should be. Hopefully it stays. Again, she's so small, I don't know if it will be or not. I'll find out tomorrow morning. So then I'm gonna come to this side, and hopefully she'll be as quiet for this side as she eventually was on the other side there. And I am going to do the same thing because this side's doing it too. I know. It takes a lot of patience to do this, guys, because they really don't want to cooperate. They don't like their wings being messed with. It's not a natural position for their wings to be pulled out like that. Same as with vent sexing and stuff. It's not natural for them, so they're going to throw little tizzy fits and stuff. So I've got the feathers separated off here. Trying to get it the best I can. We're going to support the joint and tape the joint as well. The best we can. And again, that's my preference because of my medical. It's almost like a bracing it. I know, baby. I know. Hold your horses. I know. So I feel like I'm doing a little bit better job on this side than the other side. So that right there, that's not really going to stop it from twisting out. So now I'm going to tuck it up underneath in its position that it should be. And for some reason, I'm always better with one side of the wing than the other side of the ring. I don't know. Hopefully she won't run off here. We're stretching out the tape so that we can make sure that it's not too tight. We're going to separate off the wing. Tuck it in where it should be. And she's laying goofy, almost like on her sides, so that's not really helping. I guess we'll start here today. And we're going to basically just wrap this around a few times. Why are you laying on your side and making this difficult? Huh? I can't find your wing. There it is. Nope. And we're going to come around And I'm going to do that just a couple more times to ensure that's where it's supposed to be. Now, don't overdo it as far as bringing it up too far where it's crinkled up like that. You want it in its natural tucked up position. Have there been any questions or anything? No? Okay.
Melody wants to see Sylvester.
Melody, you can see Sylvester at the next show, okay? There. Alright, so she is really not going to be happy with me. But there's the final product. I know. Hold on, guys. This isn't going to be pretty. Sorry. I know. Relax. Gotta get my legs working again. Okay, so the final product. Looks a little goofy. Yeah, it does. It's tucked up here. I feel confident that they'll stay. I'm just gonna kind of smooth it a little bit, make sure there's nothing. And she's gonna be unhappy for a few minutes, and then she'll figure out that she can still move, she can still extend her, she can still do her stretch, just not all the way. She can do that. What? And I'm gonna leave this. What's today? Today is Saturday, so I will leave this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll take it off, and I'll give her a day to relax. If they happen to go back out again, then I will redo the whole process again. I haven't worried too much about wings before, well, in the last couple of years, just because I'm really working on, you know, drawing those lines as far as where I'm at with my breeding and with my culls, my pet qualities, etc. like that. But with this little girl, if she looks anything like her little, or her half sister or potential sister, not sure, then I really want her doing her best as far as looking the part, even though from my understanding and interpretation of the standard, a slight twist is acceptable, but you just don't want them sticking straight out like that. Majority of the time with them, as long as, you know, you can't even tell that they're twisted unless you feel them on a fully feathered out bird. That's what I got for you guys right now. If there's any questions or comments or anything like that, reach out, let me know, and I will post with you guys an update after I take the wraps off as to how we did. So everybody have a good weekend, stay safe out there, and we'll chat later. Bye guys.